Between these iconic catches, the field for some of college football's greats have called home. These fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memory that will come as we celebrate 2016 in this SEC final for the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. Taking on this well-framed team in the minute, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 sports college football these days with two of Auburn's side games commentated. Auburn, time to get this game started.
Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway.
I'm going to just have lots of support and just hanging around and, spending time together. Well, especially someone to do that. But at the end of the day, they're focused on our marriage and success. I'm grateful that it's come and they can feel part of me because I feel part of this and we're going to feel experience because we're here to learn. We're here to listen and learn, right? At the end of the day, I want to change my ways. I want to change my perspective. We want to change both together. We want to I was like, telling him I was going to come to the lane because he said, please, he told me the list, he told me the list of everything, like his show, his house, his car, his yacht, PlayStation, everything. Yeah, he laughed, but then he liked my PlayStation. I'm like, right, he's going to make it happen. Yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't see him in the first time.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Auburn's offense will get the first swing of the game. This rivalry is intense, guys, but with all of the connections between the two, it's more like a family feud.
And for example, about the connections, Reese, how about Vince Dooley, longtime Georgia coach? He went to Auburn. How about great player Pat Dye, All-American at Georgia? Coaches at Auburn. The connections are real. The rivalry is real.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Looking downfield, it's Thorne. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the...
Yo, what the hell is your rules? What's your rules for this joint? As far Okay. I just made sure before I go for it on 4th and 4. All right. All right, that's good.
Impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So Georgia's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the
afterburners coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rival. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The play action fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the back.
Oh, come on,
they bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all.
7 extra.
I'm like, fuck. You tell me how many is.
Yes, but I just wanted to watch you walk by. Okay. You know, I like them shorts when you from the movie.
I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got it set up on the outside. On the sweet spin, and he's free. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to fight an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
On 3rd down, going up top. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
With the catch, it's Fairweather. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pick pick up. Just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown,
There you go.
Tigers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. On the ground, it's Etienne. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Nowhere to run and no. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of
That's a
balance.
fierce
Right?
throw
You
there.
want to be able to
Yeah.
keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. It's Thorne. Just a little off. Incomplete. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. That completion delivers a 1st down. Using the quick game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
Auburn viewers.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Handoff from the gun. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
3rd and 1, everything about defense says run, right? Bring more guys up, play aggressively, blitz more guys, and guess what? They threw the football, they caught you off guard, but you still had so many guys near the football up front. You were still able to get pressure, get the sack, make the big-time play.
On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Auburn sends out the punting unit. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Looking to throw, it's back. They'll run the screen. And the
still managed to do it.
Run even better. A big pickup on that one. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. On the ground, it's Etienne. Finds a crease at the 20. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Wood took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no... last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ball game.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Wide receiver shows motion. Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Urasek. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Motion from the offense. Stopped after making the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Movement here from the tight end. To the air, it's Beck. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and short, the power run here. The Tigers get it past the sticks.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations. Times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game now. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Beck. Release to the back. It's complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So
reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
He's going to bring it out from deep. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Give to the single back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in this battle between the Tigers and Dogs. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against him. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He's going for a big play downfield.
Oh, bullshit.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defense.
Pulls it in. It's Bell. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a fourth down situation.
And he missed it. No good. After the miss,
still
a 13-point ball game. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The option look. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use the conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Scanning the field, it's Thorne. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Tigers are marching down the field. After run, now throw.
Oh, shit. Stop trying to let him get in front. He was boxed up.
Lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Going up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hunter. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Oh,
and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're throwing for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
In the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much.
Why the fuck you floated it like that?
Empty. You get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
That was a red flag call.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down at the end zone.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it.
Let's go!
His throw is incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page.
Oh, you got to catch that.
Now on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's back. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really
Oh, you got to
tackle
catch that
there,
big.
giving up some size and still making the play.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers.
Oh,
Let's
it's
go.
a pick. He threw it right into the double.
Let's
cover.
go. Somebody.
And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has
Anybody.
set up for business.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Back.
Man. They didn't let me jump for shit. Okay.
QB there.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now.
Hold on, who was that they called that? Was that the freshman? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Oh, that nigga.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would
Joe turn, Lambert.
Flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
You're not going to keep going in and out, bro.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone.
Good shit-ass pass.
By the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
DB does an outstanding job.
So you think we just gonna lay in the middle of the doorway and I'm just gonna keep the door?
No PI.
You got like fucked up.
Pass incomplete.
To the air, it's Thorne. Uncorks it. Makes
Let's go.
And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And they're looking for a 4th quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
3rd down and goal. I want the touchdown. Is it predictable? Do I know he's going under center? Do I know he's going to run a quarterback sneak? Yeah,
yes,
but
sir.
Guess what? It's still so hard to stop. That's why you see it so much down here in the red zone, especially in situations like this in 3rd and goal when you need it. Touchdown for the offense.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, just get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
On the move, it's Etienne. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Looking to throw, it's back. Makes a grab over the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one down.
Let's go.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets... And it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, running back on the move. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking to throw on second down. On target to the left. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to beat the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
You need to get your damn dog. Because I told her she ain't going in and out. So she opened the door and laid in the middle of the floor.
They'll go to the ground. Hard running there.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Back to pass, it's Thorne. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's
slid
to that first down marker there.
No, hell no. Give me the fucking first down because I slid and you bitch ass niggas let these niggas tackle me. Don't do the way I did the initial slide at now because you made these niggas hit me. The chains will be way the fuck over there so you can't fucking see. That look like a first to me.
Down. Sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
I'm gonna kill all the time before I tell you. Yeah, tell me over what I do with this time.
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned.
Yeah, I thought so. Let's go. will give me initial slide. These niggas hit.
Auburn going to work with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Oh, it's you, dog.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. That one comes out hot down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep ones, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes. Make sure you take away that quick stuff. And a great job rushing the passer. You get the sack.
Big gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Thorne. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
Fuck.
That is no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout.
Oh!
It's complete.
They didn't let me stop. That was mine.
It's on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge.
What you doing, number 1?
And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly.
Turn your head around.
Throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Looking for a man. It's back.
Oh,
and
wow.
he makes the catch. It's a deuce. It's a 9-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Okay, 1-possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game.
Oh.
End zone picked off.
Why did they make him pump fake?
Solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break and check him out. Offense getting set for 1st down.
Oh my Lord, why did they make him pump fake? Right there, I'm releasing. This nigga pump fake. That's wild. And then they just make me keep on sliding right on fucking by.
Looking for a crease. It's Etienne. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
That's
This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries. And when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice.
so cool.